Hello, this video is in response to a question from Steve Birch on the Holgate's review video, asking how I level my van and how on more sloping pitches do I cope with that. Now, this is the way I do it. There is probably a scientific way to do it, but this is the way I do it. So I'm just going to go through the steps that I do. So first of all, when I get onto the pitch, I just have a general look at the pitch before I reverse on, see what it looks like, and then I reverse my van onto the pitch and I put it in the position that I want the van to be in. So what I do then is I get out of the van and I go to my trusty spirit level and I place it in the middle of the van. Okay, what we've got to do is the van side to side first. So at the moment the van is not level. You can see that on the bubble it is leaning over to, as you look at the van, it's leaning over to the right hand side. So if that was the case on the actual pitch, what I would do is I would reverse my van back, okay, and then put a ramp underneath the side that needs lifting up. Obviously with this occasion, it's this side of the van that needs lifting up, because if you lift the spirit level up, you'll see that it's almost going level. So I'll just try and get a view underneath to see how much it needs lifting up before it goes level, and it's not that much. So what I would do then, with the Caravan reversed back a little bit, I would put the ramp under where the wheel would be. So in this case it's on this right hand side as you look at the van, the off side, and I'll put the ramp just in front of the wheel. The Caravan's still connected to the car, and then what I would do is I would pull the Caravan up until it was level. So we use you can see we use these walkie-talkies. I would have one of these in the car, and Angela will have one at the side of the van, and she will be stood at the side of the van looking at the spirit level, and when it's level I'm pulling it up the ramp and she would say stop. So I'd stop. So I'd leave the van where it is and then come out to the back of the van and chock the back of the wheel. Have these chocks here, just put them either on the ramp or at the back of the ramp, depending where the position is. I just kick it under the back of the wheel. It's also important to put a chock on the other wheel as well, because if not, you're going to get the van, if you chock one side, the van's going to move slightly, it'll move sideways. So it's important to level it up side to side first and then put the chocks underneath, then it's not going to go anywhere. The next thing I do is then obviously you need to level it back to front, and that's just quite simple. Is you turn the jockey wheel. What I do is I've got my spirit level, I turn that round, and as you can see at the moment it's not too far off level, but we just adjust the jockey wheel until it's level. Once it's level on the jockey wheel, I then go to my leveling cabinet at the front of the van, where what I've got is basically I got some decking board and I've chopped them up. I've got lots of, you can see in there, lots of different pieces of decking. Okay, so once I level back to front, I then wind the legs down and put as many blocks as I need underneath the legs. On some of the pitches at the site that you saw at Holgate's, they are quite uneven, so you are going to need some big blocks. If it's quite a lot of difference, I wouldn't put those little pieces of wood that I've got, because there's a tendency that they might slip. So I would use really thick blocks if you can get some of those, and put them underneath the actual steadies. So when you're putting the chocks underneath the steadies, just remember that obviously the steadies are not there to lift the van up, just there to you know, make sure the van's secure and doesn't move around. So you don't want to put too much pressure on them, otherwise you'll start lifting them up through your floor. So once I've got the van level, I can set up the rest of the van. I also always leave my handbrake off, so once the wheels are chocked and there's blocks under the steadies, the van's nice and level, I do leave that off. I was advised to do that by the guy who services my Caravan. It's just so that the brakes don't seize on. So I hope that's answered your question. Please click like and subscribe. I'm now off to watch the rugby, England and Ireland. Hopefully England will win. So I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.